Hey, good evening and welcome to another episode of Off the Dribble, presented and powered by the Warner Robins All-Stars. Tonight's episode is sponsored by KPB Designs, Hype South Media, and 619 Training. We got a great show for you tonight, man, so we appreciate everybody, as always, for tuning in. Before we bring out our guests, man, introduce the squad. Coach Tut.
What up? What up?
Coach Charles G.
What's good?
Hey, and I guess I should say this as well. Viewers, make sure you stay tuned, man. We're gonna be dropping some big news sometime during the show. So it's gonna affect the Middle Georgia, South Georgia area. So definitely stay tuned and be locked in for that. Like I said, we got a big show. So without further ado, man, let's bring our guest on, Mr. Donte Medlock.
Yo.
Locksway, what's up, brother?
Good, man. Hey, I love y'all intro, man. Y'all intro ain't like I was on Love with the Game with goddamn my boy Dre doing all the talking. Y'all ain't got nobody talking. Shout out to my dude Dre, man. That's
man, shout out to the whole team over there, man. Like we said before, man, we look at you guys as kind of pioneering this thing, man. So definitely big ups to you guys, what y'all doing, and we just trying to help the movement as well.
No, I appreciate it. I know the guys appreciate it as well.
Yeah. Hey, so Donte, man, I'm gonna kind of read off some of your accolades, right? Or some of your business ventures, however you want to put it, man. Owner of Locksway Hoops.
Yep.
Owner of FreshmanU camps.
Yes, sir.
Scout evaluator for On the Radar Hoops.
Yes, sir.
And kind of like you mentioned, man, a co-host of the Love the Game podcast.
Yes, sir. And if Mark was on this show, he'll put trainer by my name as well. But I keep telling him that ain't my lane.
Hey, well, look, I'm gonna go one further. I'm gonna put coach on there. I seen you on the sideline this past weekend.
Hey, man, I came out of retirement. I got bored during the quarantine. Came out of retirement for the summer.
Hey, Lock, let me tell you who else I seen that came out of retirement.
Who that?
Willie.
Oh, Willie. Hey. Willie coached a few games this weekend.
Willie was drawing up plays, end of the game plays, and everything.
Yeah. Hey, I see him too. I said I had to take a double look. Saying that's the okay.
Hey, man, we do it all, man. We do it all.
Hey, there you go. When you love the game, man, it calls you, right?
It does. It really does.
Yeah. So Medlock, man, we had you on the show before, brother, and we had some other guests on the show, so I wasn't sure if you was able to get everything you need to get off your chest, man. So we're gonna open up the show by giving you this opportunity to kind of speak what's on your mind.
Man, last couple weeks or two, I ain't gonna say I felt some type of way, but I guess you get spoiled being on the radar, being with Sean, and just seeing how things go. So when you go attend other events, you want that same type of love, because that's the love that you're used to. And when you don't get that type of love or, that attention, you're like, man, what the fuck going on? Right. Especially when you winning.
Yeah. And you know what? I would, not to cut you off, but I would say that put that part in front, right? Not that you just expecting to walk through the door and it's whatever, but when you out there competing and doing what you're supposed to do, right? And making things pop in the tournament, you expect a certain kind of whatever.
Respect, like, all right, man. And even though it's not about us as the coaches or whatever, these kids deserve that, going through the anniversary, going through, playing a lot of games, being teams at the buzzer and different things like that. So, you want those kids to get that type of recognition, especially kids that nobody knows about.
Right.
Because right now, only thing coaches can do is look at live streams and look at tweets.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So if your name is starting to buzz on Twitter and tweet, that's when coaches start calling, hey, who this kid is keep getting these tweets?
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So, it's level, like I said before, it's levels to this media. And, once you've been in a situation for so long, you expect a ton of events to do the same thing, but they're not. And that's not knocking the event. It's just you know, it's levels to it. You know, you got high major, mid major, low major, D2, you know, and you know, some people don't, you know, not saying their event are not good events, but you know, it's all about the coverage.
Yeah. Right.
You gotta have someone covering your event and your games and different things like that. Because you know, you don't know what you might miss. You know, Warner Robinson All-Stars playing Team Space on one game, you know, the 17U with TJ Grant, Rashawn Tomlin. You know, you need somebody to be at there watching that game, but then you need to have somebody watching Aim High versus Georgia Stars or something like that. You need somebody watching those games. You know, it's hard to try to watch both. You need to have two people at least watching those games to get that, you know, that really ultimate coverage.
Yeah. Hey, so even speaking on that, man. So just kind of, I guess, what's that process, right? So Sean, you know, shout out to Sean Williams and On the Radar for all the great things they've been doing as far as the streaming aspect and kind of getting people's names out there. But when you're going into one of his tournaments as an evaluator, you know, what's that conversation like ahead of time to say, okay, we got to make sure, you know, we're giving equal coverage to everybody.
So what I try to do, I guess everybody gonna have their favorites who they're gonna watch. You already gonna have your favorite teams you're gonna watch, who you're gonna like. People know who my favorite. Middle Georgia team playing, South Georgia team playing, I'm going to watch. I don't care if they're 13U, 14U, 15U, 16, 17U. If they're in my facility, I'm gonna sit there and watch them. So and think about us with On the Radar, everybody basically knows who we're gonna watch who. Like they know I'm gonna watch the Warner Robinson All-Star. They know Willie might watch him also as well. So it's just that relationship. And so it's just, you know, Sean got so many people watching games. He has me, Willie, Trent, guy named Paul, my guy named Kenny. That's 5 people. That's 5 different games. Somebody's watching.
Right.
And you know, and thing is about us, you know, we'll watch one part of the game. We'll go to another court. Let's watch this game, flip course. All right, let's go back. Boom. We know we never just try to just look at stat sheets and just look at stats. So you see a lot of times when we tweet on guys, you know, we'll tweet stats maybe at the end of the game, but we always say what they are doing during the game. Right. If they rebounding well, playing hard, playing defense, getting 50-50 balls, you know, knocking down the three, playing with poise, playing with pace. You know, we really really put out what they can really do, because I know coaches just don't want to see stats. They want to actually see what type of players they are.
Yeah. No,
and
I think go ahead,
Medlock, my thing is, and my bad. My thing is, Medlock, too, with that is, and you absolutely right. When you at a tournament and you're winning and you got kids that are playing well, I mean, sometimes it ain't about if you're winning, but if a kid is playing exceptionally well, then he needs to be recognized. It shouldn't be about if they're winning. He should be recognized.
Mm-hmm.
If he's playing well, he's playing well. Because, I mean, I guess that's what singling them out at the end of the game is about, right? The thing, I don't think that sometimes we get, like you say, y'all are all over the place at their events and make sure y'all cover everybody. But I don't think at other events you get that proper coverage. Hoop Scene does a great job. I think Hoop Scene does a great job of covering us as well. But I mean, just other places don't cover the same way. I mean, and I always hear you saying the South got something to say. And you the same way about Middle Georgia area, man. I mean, let people know why you that way.
Man, I'm gonna be honest. When I moved up here to Atlanta, you know, the basketball was totally different. You know, first guy I seen Jaylen Brown start going to Willard games. Then I'm like, whoa, you know, high school basketball. I'm like, you know, it's high level. You know, I never went to a 7-8 game outside of Tiff County. So watching that and then start coaching and then start learning the ANU, and then I just started realizing, I'm like, okay, I seen kids out of Savannah area, the Augusta area, Macon area, especially the Albany, South Georgia. I'm like, wow, they just as good as these Atlanta kids, but they don't get no coverage. at all. Like it's kids that up here, and it is what it is. But you can average 15 to 16 points up here in Atlanta and go Division I. You can't do that coming from South Georgia or Middle Georgia. Kowalski can't average 15 points and go to Florida.
Right.
A kid on Bam Wheatfield can't average 12 points, 10 points, and go to college. So up here, the talent level's up here, but you can do that up here. So it's like, well, them guys are just as good. They just not getting the coverage. Like you have to be, I feel like in those areas, Middle Georgia, Savannah, you have to be a high major to get the coverage that you really want. You can't be a good Division II player. You can't be a low major player. You can't even be like a real JUCO player, really get all the coverage that you really deserve. So, it's just trying to give a kids the platform. And that's one of the reasons why I started the FreshmanU too. Because a good friend of mine, he ended up passing away. His name was Sid. And he was coaching with the Atlanta Express team with the 8th graders. He had nothing but South Georgia kids, maybe 8, 9. Only a few got selected to the CP3 camp going into that 9th grade year, but they couldn't afford it. Who can afford a $350 camp? That's to pay for the camp. Then you got to go spend a whole weekend there.
Right.
That's 3 days. Like, who has the money for that? So, I felt like, well, you know what? Let me do something in Atlanta, charge half the price, but just as much coverage CP3 is going to give, and it just be a one-day camp, and I just help everybody in the gym.
Right.
Now, those kids from South Georgia, Middle Georgia, Savannah, Augusta, North Georgia, they don't have to wait till they are juniors and seniors to get that buzz. You can start getting that buzz coming in as a 9th grader. Now you're already on people's radar. Right. Like, hey, your whole 2021 team, Greg Jones, Rayshawn Tumblin, TJ Grant was there. My point guard, Trey Green. All them guys was at the camp. I got to see those guys early. Now I've been following their careers the last 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
So Kowalski was at the camp.
Yeah.
So I just think just trying to get those guys much coverage and get as much coverage early on, because once your name is out there, people are gonna see your name more and more. Because now you're familiar with people's eyes. So now only thing we want to see, are you gonna keep getting better?
Yeah.
And stuff.
So no, man, I think last time, like you said, last time we seen each other, man, was at the Battleground, man, and you and Willie was there, man. Y'all showed so much love, man. Like I said, it was really more so just giving us feedback, like where the kids was at, like, hey man, keep going, keep grinding. This kid does this well, just keep him in the gym and stuff like that. So it was more than just like, hey, tweak this out or whatever the case may be. It was like genuine feedback as far as where the kids need to be and where they headed and how to get them there, man. We definitely appreciate that support, man.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Charles, just to that point too, man. Even at the camps.
Yeah.
So it's nothing for you guys to walk around and kind of interact with the parents as well, right? And you talking, and so the atmosphere is different, right? I mean, you see Sean walking around and interacting and talking to parents, and you guys are talking to parents. And once you see a kid kind of figuring out, you'll go talk to the parent and maybe, like Charles said, drop some knowledge or that you acknowledge their play, but then maybe put some knowledge on them as far as you can see them where they need to develop in certain areas like that. So that's invaluable. They might necessarily not get a write-up, but they're still getting that individual attention. So that's tough.
Oh, yeah. So, man, where you think, you know what I'm saying? You've seen a lot of kids, man. Where do you think we at with this recruiting thing with the 2021s? No ACTs, SATs, that kind of thing, the game.
Well, one thing I do like, as soon as they took that ACT and the SAT, kids start committing.
Good. Yeah.
So that was great to see where it's like, all right, cool. The thing that was holding them back probably was taken away. Now they could go ahead and commit, because it's scary right now, man. It's really scary because especially with the transfer list is already like
crazy.
Yep. So now you're gonna have kids may go lower than what they're expected to be or higher because coaches are not getting a real true evaluation. You know, you don't know how big a kid really is on live stream.
Yeah.
You know, look, man, Tat looks small to me right now, but when Tat walk up on me,
oh, don't forget he's 6'5".
Yes.
So, you know, it's like, it's hard to say, man. I think a lot more kids are going to go prep this 2021 class. And I think a lot more kids are going to go JUCO, which is nothing wrong. But I think we're just going to see more because those kids are not getting recruited.
Yeah.
Even though they can play, because coaches can't, you know, especially if you're a Division II coach, NAIA coach, you can't really, it's hard to go on a limb and offer from somebody, you know, over live stream. You have to watch multiple games.
Yeah.
And then you only seeing what he's doing during the game. You don't see what he's doing on the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, man, let's talk prep real quick, man. It was I think I may have read something a while back, a statement or something like that. Somebody just said, "Hey, just go prep. Like that's the cure all or be all." Like,
nah, it's not a cure.
you know what I mean? I'm looking at it, I'm like, huh? Do what? So kind of, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like you can just roll up and go to Oak Hill and like, yeah, I'm here. I've arrived. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So for your experience, man, can you kind of speak on that a little bit?
Yeah. So most kids that go like the ones in Georgia, you got what TSF, you got Middle Georgia Prep, you got Combine Prep. I think you got one on the South Side, ABI. Yeah, you got a few prep schools, which I feel like those are some solid, you know, some good prep schools in Georgia. But the thing is, like you said, kids should try to say, well, I'm going to just go prep. It's kids that went prep, didn't leave with scholarships, that had to come back and play A&U. So now you graduated, you may turn 19. Now you going on 20 playing A&U against a 17-year-old.
Right.
And it happens. You know, I feel like, okay, you get how you live. There's nothing wrong with that. So, but sometimes, you know, we have this saying all the time, maybe you just need to go to school and play rec ball.
Yeah. Like intramural league.
Yeah. And be an intramural All-American.
There you go.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. But, you know, prep doesn't fix everything. You have to be a player. You know, you have to be some type of talent where I see kids who went prep where basically they didn't get a full ride at a school and it was cheaper to go prep. Where it's like, I'm gonna take out a loan for $10,000. I can take out a loan for $4 or $5 and go to prep. And then maybe get a full ride or whatnot, you know, because I honestly believe in that. You don't really want your kid to start off in debt as a freshman, then he might not even play.
True.
Yeah, he a whole another year. Then he gotta have some talent. Now you just can't be sending no kid to prep.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people think that's like the cure all things right there. You know what I'm saying?
But look, I got a question, man. And we having this nice conversation, and everybody, you know, lovey-dovey and all that, man. But let's get to it, right? But you from being South Georgia, then going up to Atlanta, or whatever the case may be, man. What's the politics?
The politics, man. Look, Atlanta basketball is hot. Nobody's worrying about basketball outside of 285 South, unless you a player. No one is. But I ain't gonna say no one. Majority of the people in Atlanta, to me, from my personal opinion, and for what I see and for what I hear, are not studying basketball outside of 285. Think about it. I look at it like this: somebody like Brad Martin on the south side, EYE Sports. He's on the south side of Atlanta. He doesn't even get much respect. He gets a little, but I just watched his 15U team this past weekend. Like, think about how much he had to push for his brand. Mm-hmm. And he's on the south side of Atlanta. So now think about it. We below the airport.
Right.
You
It
know,
was like big Wasey there. Big Wasey done tuned in.
man, Waste could love to put me on the spot. He love to he love to bring that smoke.
All the way.
Let's go to it, Charles.
Man, I said it before, man. It's Kowalski.
All day.
That's just not even be because the skill set, the dog, you know, man, I've been seeing what Harnett been doing. Hey, y'all need to put Harnett training flyer up Pilkett. That man doing some good stuff down there.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, I seen with my own two eyes the work that Kwesi look Kwesi puts in, man, his non-stop effort and working out. I ain't just talking about games or practice. I'm just saying him working out. I've seen him miss shots and he slapped himself in the chest. Come on, Wasey. Can't miss those. That's that drive. I mean, that's that type of drive you have to get to that next level, man. And he has. And when I talk to kids about, you know, what it takes to get to the next, I always use him as an example. Always. Because that's somebody that they know. And another thing I always preach to them as well is the kid has a 4.0 GPA.
He set the standard.
Yes, he has a 4. Not only does he get it done on the basketball court, he gets it done in that classroom.
Right.
Yeah. Hey,
that's major, man.
I'm gonna say something, man. You mentioned them videos, man. Harnett working them boys out. But here's the thing, kids gotta understand. You look at them videos, he ain't in there just shooting around. Like he in there getting it. Like you gotta go.
But you know what, too? He's doing game-like situational stuff, especially with the footwork.
Right.
At game speed.
At game speed, yeah.
So
let me ask you this. When you're doing your evaluation piece, you know, talk to the parents a little bit and the kids that are watching. When they come to those events, you know, what are you looking for?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, you don't have to score or put up points to get a tweet. All right up. I want to put that out. I had a parent literally say, man, Medlock is all about the points and the stats, double. Man, I'm like, look, dude, do you even see what we tweet? We do tweet out points, but 80% of our tweets is about what they can do. And so, but you know, the first thing I look at, like, I'm big on preparation. Like I tell the kids that for the game. So honestly, I'm looking at how you warming up. Are your shoes tied? Are you walking in with a type of swagger? Like, I'm about to bust these kids. Like, I'm looking for that because that tells me a lot. Did you come to play around or you came to hoop?
Yeah.
So, you know, like I got in trouble with my freshman U run. It's funny because I told the kid don't walk in with no flip-flops on. When you walk in, be ready to hoop. So I look at kids and they walk in, they taking all they stuff out their book bag. I seen the kid armband, headband, putting on the sock, put on the shoe. I'm like, man, you could have did that shit in the car.
You look like Mello.
Yeah, like, come on, but then didn't do anything the whole weekend.
Hey, don't talk about Melo on the show tonight.
Hey, Locke, I'm gonna tell you this. We have a rule not only throughout the organization, high school as well. Don't walk in no gym. We don't care where we see you at. Do not walk in no gym with no earrings on at all.
That's a good rule.
Coach, you ain't ready to play.
Playing or not playing.
Yeah, that's more fashion. Then you ain't coming to the gym ready to play. You ain't coming ready to practice. None of that.
Yep. Coming for the fashion show.
Yeah, but like you say though, you look for them to be ready.
Yeah, I'm looking for if they really to come to play or because a lot of kids don't come to play. They come to get a video of a simple highlight. Like That's what they come to post stuff on Instagram and stuff like, I'm finna come hoop. So you can kind of weed some of those out early. Just about way they warm up, doing 360 layup, just doing all kind of stuff. Like, all right, man, you ain't coming to play. You come, trying to put on a TV show, put on an AN1 show. I love AN1, but still, I ain't trying to put that up right now.
Right.
So that's the first thing I do. And then who's warming up hard? Who's going hard in the drill? Who's going to compete? So that's when, because people don't even know when at camps, we're going to look, they say a lot of people don't be studying drills. They're ready for the games. When we're at the camps, we looking at who's seeing when we doing the one-on-one drills, who's winning the one-on-ones, who's competing, who's playing hard, who's playing defense. Different things like that. When you do the 3-on-3 man drills, who's playing man well, who's trying to guard. Them things that you automatically would stand out. So you automatically get a start by your name where we're going to watch you more closely during the game. Because we see how hard you competed during drills. Now we're trying to see how you're going to compete during the games.
Yeah. Hey, I think that was an interesting point you just brought up, though, a lot, as far as they there to make a highlight tape. So while that is part of the game now, right? Because it helps with the recruiting and all of those things. Where gifting the curse is that what it is? It's kind of like you know what I mean?
It definitely is, yeah.
Help me understand it, like, because I definitely get it, but it's kind of like the initial thought is to play hard and get these highlights out so coaches can see what you can do, versus you looking smooth and looking whatever on the court, right?
Yeah. So unfortunately, we live in the social media world. So everything got to be, if it doesn't post, it didn't happen.
Right.
Yep.
So, like I say with the chat, they just want something to post. And sometimes it's hard. Like I've been times at my camps where people pay for highlights, they didn't have any highlights. And I had to refund their money. But like you say, it's a gift and a curse. But you just like I say, you gotta take the good with the bad. You got to give. That's what they want, especially if they played well. Some people deserve a highlight tape. But then maybe this kid, prime example, the small guard. He's small, so you really ain't gonna look at him. But now once you see his highlight, because he doesn't fit the description.
Right.
So they come tell you, all right, I got this small little guard, whatever. Y'all know, we know he a player. We know he a little goon. But they don't know that. So now we have to send him that video. That's where the video comes in handy. So we're like, look, man, I'm just gonna send you the video. I'm not even gonna say anything. Now he coaches you, man, I need him for the weekend.
Yeah.
So that's where the video does justice. Where it does a big mistake from, where it can backfire. That video can look really, really good. And when he get in that game, he be shaking like a first time stripper. that footage can feel, it can fool you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But like you said, it's a gift and a curse right now. And it's hard. You can't really stop it because it's so many guys that does a great job filming.
Yeah.
But my guy, I feel like Chris Watkins does one of the best jobs in the state or on this East Coast because he doesn't show the kids tying their shoes or doing all the extra stuff. We just want to see clips of what they can do well. Man, I don't want to see all that extra stuff.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna get my Gatorade.
Right.
Man, come on. I want to see your clips.
Hey, man. Hey, me and Coach Charles was in the gym yesterday playing 2-ball against some kids in there, right?
Yeah.
I think next time we go, we bringing the camera with us, man.
Y'all win.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we won. We won.
Hey, I still got eligibility, baby. I still can get
You get to it.
Hey, so if we can put this together, right, I might be able to look good on camera.
Hey, it's all about the angles.
Yeah.
hey, Kenny. Hey, we Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith for real. Man, anybody?
There you go. Yeah.
Y'all running that nice pick and roll, throwing it up.
Yeah. Hey, we playing in the half court though.
Oh yeah. I can come play with y'all then.
Hey, Lock. What now? I just my man explain, man, like what Sean does, man. It's just, I mean, just almost just ahead of everybody else, man. When you think of what he's doing and what he's accomplished, man. I mean, talk about, man, working with the guy, man. Just like,
man, I'm telling you, Sean is the GOAT of this tournament stuff. He really took everything to the next level. Like, basically, Sean took me under his arm. Like, I'm a country boy, whatever. Like, I rode on the plane one time before I met Sean. Took me to tournaments, show, because I didn't, you know how you know talent, you see talent like he's good, but you didn't know the level, or whatnot, because you might think, oh, he's good, he's high major. He really showed me the difference between what's a high major, mid major, low major due to, going to games, talking to him, and different things like that. But working for him, man, like one thing I did learn about Sean, because he taught me a lot, it's all about relationships. It's all about, and you got to do, when you say you're going to do something, you got to stand by, even though it might affect you business-wise, personally. If I say I'm going to do something for you, Charles, I'm going to do something for your kids where it's like, hey, I'm going to do a discount or whatever. I got to live by that, because now I gave you my word, and that's our relationship. I can't renege on my word, because that's gonna spread.
Yep.
And so that's one thing Sean always taught me, is about a relationship. And whatever you say you're going to do, just do it, even if it might affect your pockets or whatever. Just do it. You said you was going to do it, And I think a lot of people don't know that, don't try to do that. And I think that's what one thing, Sean taught me and Willie about throwing our events, about the relationship, do right by everybody that comes to your events.
Right.
And different things like that. But man, Sean be doing some impossible stuff. The matchups, the videos, and I be sitting there looking at her. I said, man, I throw like one count. I be tired. He throw like 18. And I'm like, and he's always on his phone. He's always trying to help kids out. Like, he really put a lot of people on. Like, he is the birth. I feel like he throws the best tournament out of Phenom hoops, prep hoops, hoop scene, late point. Like, I feel like at Sean events, you're gonna get everything that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And working, he's gonna make sure he's gonna look out for you.
I think just to that testament, man, the battlegrounds, the battleground series that he put together, and unfortunately we wasn't able to finish it because COVID and everything that was hitting. But just the fact of different cities, bringing in type teams that he was bringing in, shoe teams, independent teams from all over the place were coming to play in this and committed to playing in that series. So yeah, again, man, I think that showed a lot, because I don't think we doubted him, right? And as far as what teams was coming in, but then when we got there, it was like, whoa,
yeah,
he brought some heat in. We knew it was going to be competitive, but the heat that he brought in, we were like, whoa.
Hey,
literally. Hey, because we had to play a few of them.
Y'all did. Y'all played a few. Y'all played a few. But hey, get it in early, man. They gonna have to see it early.
Matter of fact, the kid from B Mays, I think he's starting to get some he picking up some offers.
Oh yeah, the 8th grade with the braids. Yeah.
He's a 9th grade. He's a
9th grade.
He's a 9th grade now.
He was giving us that word. He was 8th grader.
So yeah, he's picking up, man. So
he picking up a lot of steam. But man, that battlegrounds, I told him when he did that, I said, dude, you're gonna have a lot of people mad because they're not gonna even play on their middle school team.
Bro,
well, that's a whole nother conversation for us down here because we're on a different schedule.
Hey, shoot, you getting how many games you normally get in the middle school? 10 to 12?
Well, not here. You probably get
about 12.
I thought it was 10.
No, that's about 10. Well, playoffs.
Oh well,
So,
yeah, you're right.
So
You're right.
everything may be 12, depending on how far you go.
Yeah, you're right.
And I'm telling you, man, that's to. I like the way he structured everything. I like the way. I mean, and there's nothing against hoop scenes, nothing against Lake Point, nothing against these other guys, but I like the way he structured things throughout this pandemic. He didn't rush into anything.
No.
He ended the battleground. He sat back, surveyed the situation, asked questions, saw stuff taking place, and then he went a full head of steam. I just commend him for just the job that he did and the safety.
Safety,
The safety that he provided for everybody, not just the kids and the coaches, but also the fans and people like that. And not say that nobody else is doing the same thing, but the way that he did it, that was just, I hadn't seen anything like it. Because we never been to a pandemic before. But you know what I'm saying? Like he took his time and thought about it, man, and came up with a plan and ain't stopped since.
Oh yeah, man. And I'll tell you what, man, kind of segue into what we need to get into, because Sean definitely on the radar and whatnot, man. They kind of definitely showed us a blueprint and what to kind of follow. With that being said, Tat, you want to go ahead and do this?
Oh yeah. What we've done, what we've all teamed up that came up with our team, Warner Robins All-Stars and the Hype South brand and Team Georgia Magic, off the dribble, along with help, man. We got the girls and boys invite only weekend, as you can see right here on the screen. We've been working hard to get this done. We've got in touch with a lot of college coaches. I think we've had a total of 12, I want to say 12 women's college program that's going to tune in to the live stream. Some have actually planned on being there. Got on the guys' side, we got I think 8 or 9 guys, colleges that's going to tune in. Hopefully that picks up. As you can see right here, that's the girls. Man, it's just a blessing to have help in this type of situation, and we're trying to provide an avenue for our kids in our area to be seen. And that's what we're trying to reach as many as we can, many that we think that could make it on the next level, got what it takes, and that's what we invite. No, we're not shying away from other kids or not giving everybody the same opportunity. We're doing invite only this year. Hopefully we can have more, 1 or 2 next year in open runs where we can have the college coaches and thank the college coaches for hitting calling us back, texting us back, me, Kawasi, about the program and about the open run and got the guy coaches. They're gonna come out and watch the open run. I think it's gonna be a good thing for this area, man. I don't think it's ever been done. But it's always the first time for everything. This is what we're doing. We're looking out for these kids. We're inviting them. We want them to come and have a positive atmosphere. And hopefully all the kids that are invited get offers. Or for the underclassmen, some of the underclassmen that we invite, hopefully they start picking up steam and start their recruitment process there. It's all about trying to get these kids in the right direction and trying to get this area, man, where it's going.
Yeah. Hey, if real quick, Tat, and Charles put the flyer up, man, but I'm just gonna read off some of the schools that have committed. So on the girls' side, we got Georgia Tech, Tuskegee, Cleveland University, Allen University, Palm Beach State, Auburn Montgomery, Florida Southwestern, Indiana River State, Southwest Tennessee, and Lawson State. And on the boys' side, we got Shaw University, Lincoln University, Central Georgia Tech, Nicholas College, St. Vincent College, Young Harris College, Mercer University, and College of, I'm going to say the name wrong, Sequoias,
I think.
Sequoias? Okay, so I apologize for that. But so far, that's what we got locked in. And kind of to piggyback what Coach Tapp was saying, a lot of this happened today. So that's why we're excited about it. We were able to get those many schools to lock in just off of one day, reaching out. So, by the time this overrun actually hit, man, hopefully we'll have some more schools that's either going to lock in or be able to come down and see these kids play.
Oh yeah,
I'm looking forward to that, man.
Now you're more than welcome, man. And that's the same way. And trust me, I've been texting Sean all day long. And he's more than willing to help with anything he can do, man. So man, we trying. We trying to make a way.
That's great because the kids don't have to drive or leave their area, or they don't have to drive an hour and a half, 2-3 hours. They can drive 45 minutes to an hour to get exposure. Like y'all know what it is. You don't want to come to the A every weekend,
right?
You really just want to walk in your backyard in your comfort zone
and sleep in your own bed.
Yeah, sleep in your own bed.
And just think about it. This weekend going up to Lake Point, Emerson, that's our third weekend in a row. We went to Swanee, South Carolina last weekend. Now the Lake Point. It might take a week off, and then the 11th through the 13th, Rock Hill. So we're doing everything. We're doing everything in our power, man, to get our kids exposed and get our kids seen and as in front of many coaches as possible with what we're being dealt right now with the pandemic. And I know some might say, man, they doing all this traveling and the COVID out there. The COVID out there when you go into Walmart. COVID out there when you go to Home Depot. It's everywhere. You got to protect yourself. We're doing everything we can to protect ourselves. We're going places where it's protected, which the tournament wise, and that's what we're trying to do, man, and trying to, just trying to take care of these kids, man.
Oh yeah,
man. Y'all gonna have the whole wave. I got the training, got wage fee, got events. You got the Kowalski event in the fall.
Yeah,
this high school event, man. We just need an AAU tournament for the summer.
Hey, trust me. I've been talking back and forth with Sean about that for the longest. If we can get these facilities right, he said he's gonna help us along the way, man. So that's what we're shooting for, man. And it's been long overdue.
Most definitely.
With some of the stuff, man, there's so many talented kids in this area, not just Warner Robins, not just Macon. Like you say, man, Albany, Savannah. Not all the man. Just all over South Georgia, Middle Georgia, man, Thomasville, all down in those areas, man. It's kids, it's talented kids everywhere, and I hate for kids to bypass that area to go to another area just to play basketball.
And you know what? I hate that where my dude Chris Cameron would throw a camp in Albany and kids won't go in that area. But they'll come to it. They want to pay $50, $60 to come to a local camp. A guy who got a relationship, he might not have 20 coaches, but he might have 5 to 10. He ain't charging but $60, $75. But you're gonna come way to Atlanta, pay $150, $75, and don't do nothing. I tell my kids all the time, the talent level is different you know, you better look good down there where, you know, in front of these 8-10 coaches, because you come up here, you know, you're going to be playing against over 100 kids in a situation instead of going against 40 or 50 in your area where you can stand out. It's hard to stand out when you got a kid like Sharif Cooper, Ant-Man, all in one camp.
Yeah.
Hey, and shout out to Chris Cameron, man. We've done a tournament and we've done a couple of his camps, man. Like you say, he puts on a great camp. He got folks in there that's dedicated to the grind, right? So it's not about the glitz and glamour. It's about coming in there to work, man. So definitely shout out to him as well.
Well, I'm gonna say this. None of this is possible without these two guys right here with me. The rest of all the other coaches as well in the organization. Here, Medlock, you give us pointers and help us out. Willie, Sean, Kawasi, Coach Butts. None of this stuff. Hell, hoop scene. None of this stuff is possible. What we do or what we're trying to get done without us learning the ways from all of y'all. And that's the thing that drives me the most to get the most out of these kids and get them in front of coaches and stuff like that, man, is to see how y'all do it. Because it's not being done in this area. And the thing about it is I know some might see this and say, oh man, they just trying to do that. Well, I mean, who cares what you think? I'm gonna tell you that now. I don't care what you think. I'm doing this for these kids. So you can think whatever you want to think. I mean, it don't matter who kids it is. If the kid want an opportunity to come, if you invite it and he needs an opportunity to be in front of coaches, that's what we're gonna do. I mean, we don't care about personal and vendettas or whatever you want to call it. We don't care nothing about that. We're trying to get these kids out of the city of Warner Robins, out of Savannah, out of Albany. That's what we're trying to do, out of Macon. That's our goal, and that's what we stand on, and that's what we're gonna do. If you don't like it, all right, keep doing what you do.
Hey, and just to piggyback, man, we definitely gotta give Tad his props. Tad, you know, he ain't a give me a props type of guy. He shy away from it. He probably act like his screen freezing up right now so he can get off. But but just from the standpoint, man, so we've been around organizations. We've seen organizations where they're trying to push one or two kids versus trying to give everybody that opportunity. You see what I'm saying? So you see genuine when you know genuine. And definitely, man, we salute you, Tat. We said it on other shows. We say it during our conversations or whatever the case may be. One of the hardest working men in this game. Definitely one of the hardest working men in this area as far as giving these kids opportunities and not holding personal vendettas and all of these other things that can easily happen that normally happens in this game of basketball because I don't like or you don't like or such and such. Tat's 100% about the kids, man. So again, Tat, salute. You can act like your screen ain't froze no more. You can join the show back, man.
It's all good, man.
I don't see how you coach year round. I'm tired now. I'm like, man, I'm ready. How many tournaments we got? Little one. All right, big. After that, I'm out.
the thing what drives me a lot to do that, and I mean, I've been doing it for years, man. Is these kids. I love my kids in our area. I do, man. I like to see them. You know, get out there and try to be somebody, man, and try to get to that next level. I like to see that. That's why I'm so passionate. That's why I'm so passionate about getting it done. But like I say, it ain't just me. It's everybody that's involved in this organization, man. That takes time out of their day from their children just as well as mine. Which I mean, I just tweeted out about my son 2033 the other day.
Hey Jay.
Yeah, by him. So I mean, but I mean, it's I know he's coming. Yeah. And that's the beauty of that. I think that we all have been around. I ain't had no kids involved. Mm-hmm. My kids are 5 and 9. I ain't had a kid involved. I had a nephew graduated 2018, but I don't have kids involved. So that's why I'm so driven, man, to get these kids out of these areas, man, that I come across and want to help so much. But I mean, it is what it is. Like I say, it ain't just me. I'm just a small part of this whole thing that's going on. And
there you go.
You know what I appreciate about that tweet? That you had so many of your former players retweet it and comment on it.
Well,
and that showed me the relationship that y'all had in Middle Georgia. Like, dang, I said, these guys really rock with each other. Where everybody like, yeah, he's next. You know, I seen so many former players from that area retweet tweet.
Yeah, man, and the thing about it is he's around them, man. He's like,
oh man.
If you ask Coach Charles and Coach Kenny, man, like when he's at practice, man, like the first thing he do when he get in the gym, he put his shoes on, he take his shirt off. That's the
first thing.
He takes his shirt off and he gets in all the drills.
Yep.
I mean, whether it's push-ups, ball handling, anything, he gets in all of them. And he's around those kids and he knows them all.
Yep.
He knows them all, man. And you know, he's coming along, man. And I know I'll probably be old, and by the time but I'm still try to push till he gets there. And you know, hopefully, God willing, I'm there to push him the same way.
Y'all might be the next Rico and Champ Dawson duo.
I tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you, like you say that, but I look at Champ and Rico. I look at Wasey and Lil Wasey. I look at Butts and Devin. I look at those, man, and I know AJ is coming up. So, and I look at Ken and I look at Charles the same way, and AJ and Trey. I look at all those with those kids, man, that they're coaching and along. I look at all those relationships. Those relationships are good. And I don't know. I'm gonna be so tough on AJ. I don't know how our relationship's gonna be though. Somebody else could probably have to coach that boy.
AJ all the way live, boy.
Yeah. Hey, he'll challenge you too.
There you will. I didn't mean to talk so long about that, man. The show's about Medlock. It ain't about me. Like I said,
I'm on without no other guests.
Yeah, I'm just a small fry in this little thing that we're trying to do, man. But Medlock, I mean, I commend you doing great things, man. And we're gonna get them kids to that FreshmanU.
Got that.
You absolutely right. I won't be able to coach them. You 100% right. The attitude too much like yours. That's why I ain't like that. But man, Lock, man, you got the FreshmanU coming up, man. Talk about that a little bit, man.
Yeah, so you know, like I told you, I'm gonna do it probably like sometime in October. I'll confirm the date this weekend. But you know, like I said, the FreshmanU was just a platform to give any freshman an opportunity to get seen, because you know, I was seeing kids from the CP get invited to the CP3 camp. They couldn't afford it. Or, you know, a lot of kids just get overlooked. You know, I look at, you know, some of the top kids now. Kowalski didn't go to the CP3 camp. Matthew Cleveland didn't go to the CP3 camp. They came to the FreshmanU. Bryce McGowan, Matthew Cleveland going to Florida State. Bryce McGowan was out of South Carolina going to Florida State. Didn't go to the freshman, didn't go to CP3, was at a FreshmanU. So basically, it's a platform for every freshman to get evaluated before they play a high school game. And basically, the guys that I have actual high school coaches, varsity, assistant coaches, guys that are coaching high school ball right now. So you're not just getting evaluated by, you know, me, Willie, son. You're getting evaluated by a varsity head coach. And so, you know, what I like to see, I get a lot of feedback from my high school coaches after the tournament. And, you know, I got some good feedback. I got some really, really bad feedback on kids. You know, I don't really let that affect their evaluation. Right. But then especially if it's a kid that I already have a relationship with, I go let the parents know, like, look, this is what this high school coach said about your son. Now, don't take it as negatively, but this is what he's saying about your son. He's a varsity high school coach. Your son is a 9th grade. So you need to go and hear this now so you won't have to hear it when you're a junior or a senior. So I just try to build that relationship with high school coaches and 9th graders, to get them an early start.
Hey, Locke, can you just kind of talk about why it's important to be able to take that criticism early and how that can flow and translate into you becoming or reaching your potential?
Man, if you take it early and you like, okay, I need to work on this, it's gonna help you further on. You only got 4 years of high school. Well, some of these kids be doing 5 or 6. That's sometimes you're like, man, what grade you in? 2, 3 years ago. You still playing?
Or high school red shirt.
Yeah, I like that. We might talk that out tonight. High school red shirt. But yeah, so you only get 4 years. So it's like, go ahead and take the criticism now.
Right.
And it's not, we just like, I feel like I had a kid one time talking about, man, they hating on me. I said, man, you ain't do nothing for nobody to hate on. Like I said, man, a lot of people, they are not hating on y'all. They just telling you what it is, but you got to take it as they're trying to help you, where it's just not criticism, where it's like, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, if you can't do it, keep it a buck with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself and let you know, like, okay, this is what I need to work on. Because sometimes you're listening to your parents, or you listening to my friend of mine from Tennessee State, Coach Penny, he called them snipers. You're listening to people telling you after the game, man, you need to be shooting more. You need to be scoring those 20 points. Those are snipers, because he's telling you that, but he doesn't know what's going on in the huddle, in the locker room, on the bench. So, I tell him now, like, and that's why I was going to preach this year at the camp, you got to stay away from those type of snipers, because they just trying to snipe you to knock you. They're telling you one thing, but they don't know what's going on with you and your team.
Get your spot.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Hey, so do you think that's why the transfer portal is what it is right now? Because a lot of these kids may have been coddled coming all the way up, and now that they've gotten to real life situations, they can't deal with it for one reason or the other.
Well, I think that's a lot of these kids don't go through adversity at all. Like, I seen it coaching Little League earlier this year, where I was at the YMCA. It was a horrible league, but it was an 9-year-old team I was coaching. We was playing girls. We just weren't playing talented teams. Now we got in the championship. Now we playing some players. Yeah. Man, the first 2-3 minutes, I had to call the time. I had 3 players crying. And I'm like, why y'all crying? I'm like, y'all gonna have to play. We ain't playing no sausage dogs no more. Players. Like, I said, y'all got to play. But they wasn't used to that because of the competition, and parents hide them from competition, or parents don't let their players or their child go through adversity, because as soon as the situation go left, they run away from it.
Right.
So what does hiding your child from competition look like?
Man, we ain't gonna play this weekend. We're gonna sit out, because I seen that schedule.
I seen them teams that committed, and
yeah.
Or just put them in leagues that they know they're gonna dominate, so they can get the pub, or like put them in tournaments where there's not no weak team, they're strong teams. Like, come on, right. You look at some of these tournaments, not there. I'm not gonna say they're a bad tournament. They just don't have some of the best teams. Yeah. So if you want to be the best, or you want to really feel like how good you really are, you have to go. How I do it. I go hit up, and what y'all playing in this week? Oh, y'all playing in this? All right, cool. We coming.
Hey, Medlock, we still trying to get on court 1.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie now. What I see this weekend, my boy Rashawn finally, putting it on, but TJ Grant and Greg Jones and Trey Gray.
Man.
Hey.
Greg find a way, dog. I like that kid. He find a way.
I'm gonna tell you something about Greg Jones. Greg Jones is not the most athletic, but he knows how to get it done.
Yes.
And the kid can play with his back to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying Greg's a workaholic. He's a workaholic, man. He's a sponge. He's gonna listen to everything detailed about what you ask him to do. That's one of the great things about Greg, man. He's gonna do exactly what you tell him to do. He's gonna sacrifice his body on defense. He's gonna box out. He's gonna play with his back to the basket. You want me to go to the perimeter, coach? All right, I get on the wing. I shoot the three. But I mean, Greg Jones, man, is a utility guy, man. That I mean, he is a smaller version of Quan Dillard, I should say.
Mm.
Quan did all of that stuff. Quan did all of that stuff at a high level. Quan was just a little bit bigger than Greg, but Greg is a mirror image of Quan Dillard, man. He is.
Yep. I think every team need one of them, man. Like,
oh
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't get a bucket. They always scoop one in or whatever the case may be. Go ahead, take my back. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying he just makes things so much easier.
Yep. Hey man, like I was gonna ask you, man. So you had your FreshmanU camp. Was it last year? Your 2023 was?
Yeah, last year, 2023.
I don't know if you had a chance to watch them all because some of them probably didn't play much varsity, or if they did, it was very little. So who impressed? Who impressed you so far, man? Of those underclassmen?
Man, that 2023 class, man, it's a couple kids. It's a kid out of Hart County. He played with TSL, Taj Johnson. Taj, he about 6'6". He probably one of the best players there. He was good. This kid named Cameron Pope. He was really good. Cameron Pope was really good. Man, you got me thinking. Nola Nelson was pretty good. Man, Jelani Hamilton was pretty good. Man, it's a class. That 2023 class was good. The 2022 class was good. But my first camp, that's my baby. I can't wait to drop the alumni list. I got the Andrew McConnells. The Isaac B days. Who else was there? The RJ Noyes, the Manny Harris. Like I seen all those kids. I coached Manny when he was in 5th, 6th grade. So all those kids just coming along, and so. But that 2023 is going to be good. But I really want to see this 2024 class because I haven't watched many middle school events since the Battleground.
Right.
Yep.
So it's going to be intriguing to see what type of talent is going to show up from the different areas of Georgia with this 2024 class.
Hey, I tell you, we're fortunate enough to have some studs in that 2024 group now. Those kids can play. Those kids get after it, man. I'm excited to see those jokers when this high school season start, man. You know how well they transform and translate their game from middle school to the high school level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But now, and I tell you this, now that's why, and Medlock, that's why your FreshmanU is so important, because those guys that you just named off, that's where they got their start.
Yeah.
The start is very important.
Yeah.
And you having them at that starting point to seeing where they are now, I mean, that speaks volumes. And I think when FreshmanU comes around, that's why I like to tell all our parents, man, y'all get to that FreshmanU. This is something that y'all need to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a solid beginning. And look at the kid that you named, that solid beginning. Now look at the ending.
No, most definitely. It's a foundation because like you say, I'm gonna have so many guys who already covered Georgia basketball. If you do well, you don't even have to do great. If you just play solid, they're gonna remember you. So the next camp that you go to, they'll be like, okay, I remember him. He gotten better. And that's one thing I always want to stress to parents and kids. You don't have to be a standout now as a 9th grader, 8th grader.
Mm-mm.
The one thing you want somebody to say about your kid, he got better.
Yep.
He got better. Every time I see him, he got better. So now those betters get, oh man, he's good. Different things.
Yeah. That's I'm sure you get. Well, I already know you watch a ton of kids, man. So, salute to you just for what you do on that level of it, man. So, but I think those are important points for parents that's out there, right? Because everybody expects when they go to the camp, if it wasn't a successful camp, if they don't come away with a write up or a tweet.
Yeah, and that's not always the case. Like, yeah. I know plenty of kids didn't get tweets from they got a write up because I write them every kid, but didn't get a tweet from my account. Manny Harris didn't get not one tweet from the FreshmanU. Danny Stubbs didn't get not one tweet from the FreshmanU. Danny Stubbs going to Georgia State. Manny Harris looked like a mid-major. Like, didn't get not one tweet. Right. They got their write-up, but not one tweet. And now, look, they're mid-major, high-major players.
Yeah. I think it's important that the kids go and compete, right? Mm-hmm. They go and compete, and I think the parents missed that point of it. That they went up there and they played against some competition that they're not used to playing against, or they're challenging themselves, right? So they may be known locally, but now can you go up and can you compete, and how are you going to deal with that adversity? Or going to play that, because basically at camp, for the most part, you try to put a set in and all that, but those games turn into kind of pickup games.
No,
you're running.
No, but pickup.
Yeah. But it teaches you from different levels, right? Because now you're playing with kids you don't know. They don't know that you primarily play the guard position or whatever the case would be, because everybody want to be the point guard in one of those camps, exactly. Right? Exactly. Yeah, I'm coming down and you're gonna have some kids that come down and jack the ball up, but what that adversity right there alone, how are you gonna, work with that and still try to get your game on and do what you're supposed to do. So those are the bigger things that I think the takeaways that people need to look at when they're looking at coming to camps.
No, most definitely, because like you say, they think a camp can make, it can make you. It really not going to break, especially you're young. Mm-hmm. We're not going to, okay, I'm going to be on loan. You can't be sorry. Like, you gotta know what's going on. You gotta know. You just can't be showing up there like throwing up some bull crap. Like, nah, bro, you need to just go and get a job at 16 because basketball might not be for you. Like, you got to keep it real with them early, right. Stuff like that, because basketball is not an equal opportunity sport. It's like you're gonna waste your time. If you don't have talent or you don't have a work ethic, you're done.
Right. So Medlock, this is another question, man. I like to ask, especially when we have evaluators on, right? So we had Kyle Sandy on last week. As far as when you're evaluating kids and you may not say the best thing or you don't give a write-up or something along those lines, has somebody ever tried to step to you to try to feel away with it or what?
Man, I'm gonna have so much crazy stuff, man. Y'all don't even know. Like, I don't never had nobody that came to me, because I think people know my personality and they know, like, okay, cool. I'm cool with you, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, I'm not finna tweet it. I'm not finna tweet nothing bad on a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not now. I ain't gonna lie, I might say it on the show, but I'm not gonna on the kid. But if I see the kid, I'm gonna let you know, like, look, bro, you looking like some shit. Like, I'm gonna let you know, and I'll let you know in front of your parents, like, look, this is what he's doing. This is what he's doing wrong. And then if the parent don't see it, I tell the parent, look, take off your daddy goggles. They live and streaming these games. Go see where he's making these mistakes, so you can see why he's not getting the playing time. Like, I had to break down something this weekend and say his minuses outdoing his pluses. So I say if the guy got more pluses than minuses, that's why this kid getting more playing time. He didn't understand. I had to really break that down to him.
Yeah.
But like you say, man, it's when you evaluate, you gotta let them know, because if you don't let them know, who will? Because their parents not every parent, but a parent's eye is gonna see something different because that's your child. You're not gonna see those 2-3 turnovers. You're gonna see those 2-3 threes.
Yeah.
Hey, you got parents. You got parents. Before you question, Charles, you got parents that'll see the 5 and 6 turnovers, but they gonna count those minutes that he played.
Oh,
They ain't worried about. I'm telling you, they ain't worried about. He didn't threw the ball away 6 times in a row. His guy that went by and scored like 4 times. He done shot 2 out balls. Only thing they want to hit you with, coach, why he didn't play a whole lot?
Or why this kid playing more? Why this other kid?
And because my first response is, are you watching the same game that I was watching?
No, exactly.
So yeah, man. I mean, you can't be a parent, and I'm gonna tell you this. Even my and they used to tell me all the time, I'm hard on my kid, on AJ. Now I remind you, he was 4 this past year playing in the 5 and 6 year old league.
Mm-hmm.
We having that talk in the car about him missing free throws. Well, I have to remind myself that he's playing 2 age group. I mean, 2 in the 6-year-old league, he's only 4.
Right.
So I got to remember he doesn't have that strength. But I'm looking at him like, hey, bro, all this basketball you in the gym, you need to be making those free throws when you get to that line.
Right. Yeah.
So
but you put that expectation on them. Because guess what you just said? He's in the gym.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I think parents don't really see, where they don't want you. It's a sacrifice for your child to be good. I feel like it costs. You're gonna have to spend some money, and you're gonna have some sleepless nights, and you're gonna have to miss your work time. Like, it costs to make a player.
Yes,
like, that talent, how it was back in the day. I know when y'all played, it was homegrown. What came out the womb at 6'6", 6'7", dunking out the gym.
Hey, hold on. How old you think we are, man?
Hey, I'm always a young buck on every show, so
I mean, I understand.
Hey, you probably the young buck here too.
But it costs. It takes money, time, blood, tears to make a player, to get your side. It takes a village.
Man, that's a whole nother cup, boy. I tell you, some of these parents, they come, man. Let me get to this question. But anyway, who's been your favorite player to watch overall in your year as a coach, and why?
Who I enjoy coaching? I think that's what she's talking about.
I think that's what she's talking about.
It's one kid that I always love to coach. I mean, I coached him 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade a couple times. Zarko Littleton. He's from Albany.
Mm.
Me and him love to coach, because me and him we got that same Albany, man. We don't get about y'all mindset, attitude, and he plays with that attitude.
Oh yeah, he does.
So it's like when I was coaching him, he already knew. They gonna play in the zone. All right, we'll get cross half court, let it ride.
Yeah.
So Zarko Littleton from South College would definitely be my favorite player that I ever coached, and just enjoy coaching.
That kid has a killer mentality.
And that jumper pretty too, boy.
Yeah.
Okay. And like he born and raised. Well, he moved up to Atlanta like he was in the 4th and 5th grade, but born in Albany, Georgia. His dad played for Albany High for Coach Chapman.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Okay, UNC Pembroke, Columbus State. Just
breaking news.
Yes, sir. That's big, man. That's big. We happy to have them. We happy to have them.
Y'all been do big things. Y'all see y'all just inviting 30 kids. I literally had 2 teams to hit me up and say, "Hey man, can we get on?" I literally had 2 AU teams text me. I said, "I'm gonna hit them up after the show."
We only having 30 kids, man, and and we trying to make it as competitive as we can. So I mean, when you do show up, man, don't show up and be half stepping, because it's gonna be on film.
It
Right.
will.
Hey, that film don't lie.
No,
Oh.
it don't.
So that's
Locke, we got you a media pass too.
Oh yeah. Hey, so
man, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't even use a media pass. I got a face card.
That's that celebrity, huh?
No, Bryce is right, wasn't it?
oh, it sure was.
Yeah, hey man, my dude.
What's up, Bryce?
Top 10 independent. Hey, tap top 5, Bryce. If you top 10, tap top 5. I got a high school championship on that belt too.
Oh man. Hey, so for the viewers, y'all stay tuned, man. Be watching out, because we're gonna drop those names of the kids with the invites once they confirm. So we're gonna try to let y'all know who's doing what and who's gonna be there. I can tell you it's gonna be competitive, very, very competitive. So we'll see.
Ooh, and I already know they're gonna be playing hard. If you
Hey,
man, they gonna be playing hard.
They playing for livelihood, man. They ain't playing for just getting there and open run and just hoop.
Right.
You're playing for a livelihood. You're playing for a scholarship.
Yeah. And this is gonna be big for the area, man. This is gonna be huge for the area. So we trying to start that momentum. We had somebody on the show. What was the words? Make your own movement, start your own movement, something along those lines. Was that Mark?
That was your boy, man.
That was Mark Edwards, wasn't it? Yeah.
Create your own.
Create your own. There you go. Create your own.
Yeah.
So we definitely following that blueprint.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you have to do that. So
no, you do.
Yeah. So we're excited about that, man.
Ride your own wave.
Oh yeah. But hey, it had to start from somewhere, and watching you guys, so it had to start somewhere.
No, I tell you what, man. I'm be honest with you. I learned a lot from you guys, man. Actually, a lot of the guests that was even on the show, just how you guys move, a lot of ins and outs. You know what I'm saying? When you on the outside looking in, which Tat he probably know, he's been doing this for years, right? So for me coming into it, I'm like, man, how these cats, how they move? And he started breaking it down. I'm like, shit, hey, one thing led to another. Somebody get a great idea. We like, let's go, let's make it move. But we had a group to do it, so we appreciate it, man. To all that, you know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing with you and Coach Cabral and Coach Bryce
Mundry, yeah.
Bryce Mundry, what y'all are doing, man, is almost groundbreaking, to be honest with you. With the way that you're doing it. And so that's what that's what really inspired us to do what we do. We just thought about it, watch out what y'all doing, man, and say, hey, we can try it all the way here. Talk about the area and try to roll.
Hey, I watch, but I don't watch from Facebook, so you can't see me. Hey, which I had what's that, Cam Daly on there?
Oh man, my dude Cam.
A couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
Hey, and I couldn't resist, man. I had to comment because he was on there spitting knowledge.
Oh yeah.
Hey, man, Cam always keep it 100, man. He straight to the point.
He got off the show. He like, let me back in. Let me.
Yeah.
Like, my man's ain't done yet. Let him back in.
But you need guys like that who can, break it down, know who goes on. Cause you can hear us talk, but just to hear from somebody else.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And that's why I think we even try to do that with our guests, right? So we'll bring on guests and we're asking similar questions, but it's kind of like the consistency of what the answer is, right? Because we are trying to educate in this area, right? Players, coaches, parents. We're trying to educate. So our questions are similar, but because we want to see, what's the answers? What is this evaluator saying versus what this evaluator said? What is this coach saying versus what this coach is saying? What is this kid that went off the play is playing at the next level saying versus what this kid is saying? And just trying to form that content to say, look, we giving you the blueprint. We trying to give them the blueprint, but some people still don't want to catch the wave, man.
Man, you know what though? When it comes to that, man, Noah just had to bring 2 animals. Man, sometimes you just got to leave them. You know, you brought the Melly, you just got to leave. They don't want to ride the wave. You know, it ain't. I always tell people that it ain't for everybody. It's not for everybody. So you know, if they don't want to be saved, don't save her. You don't want to be saved. You know, you present it to them. You know, you bring the cow to the water, but you can't make them drink it. You did your job. You present it to them. You gave them a platform. Like, this is the platform. Now, if they want to take it in their own hands, you know, tell them good luck. Keep pushing. Like, you don't need to argue. But then I'm gonna be honest. If they don't listen to you guys now, their senior year, going into that second end of the season, around February, March, they're not hearing from no college coaches. Guess who they're calling?
Oh yeah.
Now they're in panic mode.
Yeah. And we're trying to start it even younger, right? Yeah. So we're trying to get the younger ones in for whatever reason. Okay, cool. But it's kind of like, all right, well, what's the process that you're taking? You know what I mean? And again, you don't even have to come play with us. We're just trying to give out knowledge. Yeah. We want to see the whole area win. And I think sometimes that's what people don't understand. We want to see the whole area win. All the kids that's coming to play in this open or this closed run, you know, invite only, they ain't all-star players.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, yo, we trying to get kids an opportunity to be seen so they can go.
Man, I'm going to tell you, you said something about playing for different teams. I literally told somebody, I said, if you was in Middle Georgia, you do not need to play for any other teams outside the Middle Georgia area. There's no way you're not on this Middle Georgia way right now. There is no way. Because there's one kid who came to Atlanta, and I was like, bro, if you just stayed down there and rocked out with Mosley, Quay Primus, y'all know who I'm talking about, and and Kowalski, like that. I got you, Christina. That's the wave right now. It's like the independent teams are the wave right now. You know, getting your top talent and going tournament. You know, Team Georgia Magic walk in the building. Warner Robinson walk in the building. When Hype South Hoops walked in the building. Who else is down there in that area? What else teams y'all got in that area?
You got the Georgia Sun. You got the Georgia Suns.
Yeah, Georgia Suns.
Yeah, it used to be the Making Bucks.
It used to be the Making Bucks.
Hey, it was some years Making Bucks had some players like last summer.
Yeah,
they had a couple guys.
Terry and they had a kid from Washington County that was good. Kid from Jones County that was real good.
Kid from Jones County, yeah. So you know, y'all got so many talent. So he's like, I always felt like, why leave from that area? Because you know, it's biased. You know, you're gonna be biased. Atlanta kids, you're gonna be biased to those kids because those are the kids that come to practice during the week. Right. Those are the kids that you're gonna go to their games and see. So you know, now you got coaches actually in your area coaching those, you know, your friends. You know, like it was I felt so great seeing TJ Grant in a Warner Robinson All-Star jersey. That was a highlight. Like, dang, you know, he made a good move because now instead of him being just a piece, he's a main piece.
There you go.
You know, he ain't no little chicken wing. He'll die.
And I tell you that I say this all the time, Lock. That 6'6" frame stands out different when you on an independent team than you are when you on a circuit team. That 6'6" stands out differently, especially you know the position that he playing, the guard wing position.
Yeah, he's 6'6" do everything.
That stands out, man, because you play on that circuit team. You got the 6'6s, the 6'7s, the 6'8s. You got a team full of those. That don't stand out.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you know, but that 6'6" on the wing on the independent team that stands out, man. But you know, different. I always say different strokes for different folks.
Right.
Jordan Mays, that's him. That's him. Was on that Georgia Buck. Kid was a stud. Kid was a stud, coach.
He was
that kid was a stud now.
Hey, this I knew he was a problem. After he played the Georgia Stars, they were trying to recruit him for the following weekend.
Yeah.
I remember that. I remember that kid.
Yeah. Hey, but I think you said something important, man, just from that the benefit of the doubt aspect. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Benefit of the doubt. And that's human nature.
Yeah.
And I don't think people understand that. That's his human nature. If I see this kid more, if I know this kid a little bit more, whatever the case would be, I'm a little bit more comfortable with this kid.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
There's a relationship there.
Yeah. So
hey man, you got that Project Pat stuck in my head. Now I gotta go find some
Hey man, do not get this cat going, man.
Hey man, he gonna be sipping on some scissor.
Yeah, he gonna be sipping on some
sipping on some scissor. Hey, how y'all feel about Quay Primus and Mosley going to Mercer, staying local?
I think it's good.
I think it's a good move for either one. I mean, I say this. With the Mosley kid, me personally, I think he should have stayed at Westside.
I agree.
I think he should have stayed at Westside, man. And you didn't build what you built there. Finish it.
Mm-hmm. Finish it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Finish it. Finish what you started.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's a good fit. I think it's a good fit for either one of them. The question is, how they gonna translate? How's it gonna translate to the college game? And that's always a question going in within a freshman. How you gonna translate from your high school from summer to college? And I feel if they put that work in, they do what's necessary, I think they'll be all right.
Now, is it true that the old Mercer staff didn't step in no gyms in Middle Georgia?
I know for a fact they didn't step into Warner Robins High School. I know for a fact. But now he called when it got close to summer, want to know if we come into summer camp.
Call about the summer.
Yeah, he sent that email, want to know if we coming out of summer camp. But as far as him stepping foot in the gym recruiting kids, no sir. Mm-mm. And I commend the Mercer staff now that's stepping in, that is recruiting kids from this area. All right. And I know Coach Lewis said they're gonna tune in to to the open run. All right, Coach Lewis, y'all need to get down to Warner Robins High School too now. And check out the game down there. Now don't be like the old Mercer staff now.
Yeah. No, and I was gonna say not necessarily towards the two young men that got the opportunity to go to Mercer. Congratulations, big up to them. But I think it's even more important, like Tat is kind of saying, that Mercer staff is starting to realize the gyms that they have in the area, right? So they don't have to go away and try to bring in and all that type of stuff. Identifying what they got, I think, is a big step moving forward, man.
Yeah. TJ Grant first offer should be Mercer. I don't know why.
One more time, Coach. One more time. I don't think Coach Lewis heard you.
For the people in the back.
TJ Grant first offer needs to be from Mercer. This kid is very, very underrated in his 2022 class.
Man, I think they don't. I think if you look at him on film, I don't know if they realize how big and how strong this 6'6" kid is. I don't know if it shows. Does it show on film? I mean, because I see him every day. To me, I see him.
Hey, it showed when he on that live stream and he going to the rack.
Fact.
He get wherever he want to get on the court.
I'm gonna say this about that kid, man. And like I say, we see the kid 3 times a year during the year, and this is really my first time seeing him in the summer setting. but that kid is talented. I'm telling you, that kid is skilled. That kid is skilled, man. And he shoots the ball well enough from the three. He's gonna get downhill and get to the basket, uses his body well, can play with his back to the basket. I mean, kid rebounds the basketball. My thing that I like about him the most, that he can rebound and start the break.
Yeah.
His ball handling is there where he can rebound and start the break. And that's one of the good things. And that's the thing too with Rashawn Tomlin. Can get the ball off. Yeah, that's there. And that there, that's your boy out. But that kid can get the ball off the glass and start the break.
Yeah.
You know, get downhill and find shooters or get down and finish over the rim.
He caught him one this weekend, didn't he?
Caught him one this weekend.
He did.
He need more than one.
You're absolutely right. He needs more than one.
On his head.
Can't play 3-4 games, get one dunk.
Right.
Hey, Lock, ain't it your boy Dre that like the small point guards?
Yeah.
Hey, tell me you need to check out Trey Green, man.
Oh,
you know what? I think next time, matter of fact, send me on video. I ask you for some film from some other kids. When we do our featured players, I'm gonna make sure. I don't know if we did Trey Green already, but man, Trey a tough nose.
Oh, hey, don't get me started on that joker, man. Trey, now I'm gonna tell you, Trey just trades. I've been coaching this boy literally ever since he been 8 years old. Right. Whether it was football, you know, been around the basketball since he's been 8 years old, man. This kid is tough. He's a tough-minded kid. He ain't gonna let nobody outwork him. He probably one of the biggest trash talkers I ever seen in my life.
I love it.
He ain't gonna let you have the last word.
Nah, he ain't.
That's one thing about it.
Yeah, that ain't Trey way.
Hey, I gotta ask you about one kid, Tat, because he played with me at Atlantic Express. He left us, but it is what it is. When I was with Atlantic Express, Jordan Brown.
Jordan Brown, man. Jordan Brown is a kid with a lot. Now, his defensive, him on the defensive end, man, is just almost amazing at what he does. The kid led the state with 12 blocks last year. A game.
Still at Northside, right?
Yeah, still at Northside.
Yeah.
Kid led the state in blocks with 12 a game, man. His anticipation on the defensive end is just, almost like I can't even explain it. But his anticipation, man, on the defensive end, shoot the 15 to 12 foot jump shot mid range, can handle the ball fairly well. My thing with Jordan is, and I always like to keep it real and be honest, is he's got to get more strength. He got to get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Get stronger. Back to
he
the
plays hard and he's physical already.
Right, he is. He plays hard and he's physical, but getting stronger and polishing up with his back to the basket. He's a high major kid to me. You know, he get that done.
All right. So I'm finna ask y'all this question. Y'all might
hold on. You interviewing us?
He is,
man. I be wanting to talk this Middle Georgia. Like, I be wanting to ask Middle Georgia questions. Like, that's why I was mad at the last show. I be wanting to talk this Middle Georgia talk. Who's better, Sammy Mike or Jordan Brown?
Jordan Brown to me, hands down, is better. He's better defensively. He's more disciplined. He's more, and I'm being honest. Coach Simon will tell you the same thing. He's more disciplined. Yeah.
Hey, man, I don't get to host my own show, man. I told you Andre don't pass the ball.
Hey, Log is more than welcome to host. But
yeah.
Jordan Brown is better than me.
I seen very little of Sammy. I seen more of Jordan. From what I seen, Jordan, like his motor was a little bit high.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sammy
I think if he could have just got a motor, from what I seen, I think he may have been.
I'll say this about Sammy Mike. Sammy Mike had the size. He was physically bigger than Jordan. I would say he was stronger than Jordan, but Sammy didn't have that want to. Sammy had that I do it when I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Sammy had. Sammy had, I do it when I want to do it versus I'm gonna go all out and be the best player on the floor while I'm the biggest player on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that that's Sammy's pretty much downfall to me was, you know, he didn't have that want to. He didn't have that want to dominate.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So Tat, that year, that summer, it was a summer spin. Nelson left Express and came back to you guys, and then y'all played Express at Swanee. I forgot how was that game?
That game was very, very, very intense. Nelson didn't even start. Didn't want to start because I mean, his Nelson mentality was, you know, I'm coming back to you guys. I ain't taking nobody off the floor. I'm coming off the bench. That was his word, coach. I'm coming off the bench. All right, cool. When he saw that schedule and he saw the Atlanta Express could possibly be on our bracket, that joker said, Coach, we ain't losing. We got to get to them. And when we got to him, man, he had a look in his eye, man, like, no, we ain't finna lose to them. And he played like the rest of them. I mean, and the rest of them fed off of that. And I mean, the kids played hard, man. That game was one of the most intense games that I've been a part of. I can probably put that game with the Lithonia game in the state playoff.
I heard about that one.
Yeah, and I compare that game, that Atlanta Express game with the Lithonia game in the Elite Eight at Lithonia. That late on that year. That was the magnitude of that game, and he wanted that game. He wanted that game bad. And when he started wanting that game, everybody else wanted that game. Just as well as Champ and just as well as Jacoby. and Jacoby and Jaden Norman and you know Jamel Dillon and the rest of them. They stepped the game up. and they came to play, man. And we finished that game, and we got back in. It was down. Nelson had that big dunk over the big kid. And man, the rest was history, man.
Oh, Big K played that tournament?
No, not the big K, the big kid.
Okay.
Big. I don't know his name. Big white kid.
Michael Durr.
Probably about 6'8", 6'9".
I think that was Michael Durr.
Yeah, man. Nelson dunked on that kid, man, and won, and that just ignited the rest of them, man. And the rest was history, man.
How do you remember all these kids' names? How do you remember? You know all these kids' names. Face, but a name, I'm like, man,
you know what?
Nah, real quick before you answer that. So Charles is that way. So the same way he talking about you is the way I talk about him. Because we'll go in the gym, he be like, hey, man, you remember this? And I do not know who that kid.
A little bit, but man, your memory bank,
Man, you know what? It's really it's my hobby. Like, if I date someone, I tell them like, look, I'm gonna come home to you, but I got to go in this gym.
Right.
Like, I don't got to go out, but this gym, I need to be in this gym 4-5 hours. It's just I can literally just sit here and just watch.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And stuff like
that.
Like, man, it's
don't let them
like middle Georgia that I heard about it missed, where you know the Warner Robinson versus the Miller Groves with Marquez Callaway. That's right.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's another one of those. That's another one of those games, man. Marquez went 17 for 17 from the free throw line. I mean, you think about it. It was coming off of getting our tail toe up the year before in the state championship game. So every time we go to practice, Coach Gorman, and I think we lost by 27, I want to say, in the state championship game the year before. And every time we would go to practice, Coach Gorman would put up that score. Every practice, no matter what we was doing, he'll put up that score. And they have to look at the score on both ends, no matter which end they look at. They got to look at the score on both ends. And all that year, it was, you know, looking at that score and trying to get back and trying to get back and trying to get back. And when the state playoff schedule came out, and you know, you start looking at it, start looking at the seeds, and you say, and then the kids started seeing it, and you know, say, hey man, we got Miller Grove, and we can possibly have Miller Grove in the Elite Eight. So all right, get Miller Grove. Get Miller Grove in the Elite Eight. Coin toss, we win the coin toss. All right. Now we win the coin toss. We prepare. We get a call saying, "Hey, y'all possibly won't be able to play at y'all gym. They say y'all gym too small." So we bring in that they're bringing 4 bus loads of fans. Y'all ain't got enough seating. So we scrambling, and we end up having to play at Veterans. Like when I tell you this, and you can ask Sherman White, Coach White to tell you that game was most people I ever seen probably out of basketball game. Have you ever been to Veterans? All right, Veterans. They got the little upstairs, the little walk around.
Yeah.
Standing room only up there. Standing room only. And man, it's people, man, just in that gym, man. That's another game, man, that was just electrifying, man. Well, I ain't gonna say we was a powerhouse then, but you got a powerhouse like Miller Grove that won 5 state championships in a row.
Yeah.
You know, coming in, looking to get that 6-1. And you know, we play well enough. We do the little things, take the charges like we did, and knock them off. I mean, that was big. That was big for our program. You know, to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so then, you know, then to go on the next week and get the brakes beat off us by Alatoona down at Fort Valley in the Final Four.
Y'all lost in the Valley? Y'all had home court advantage still lost.
Hey, that was our first time losing in the Valley. We went down to the Valley, man, and you got to think now. We played that game was supposed to be played on a Tuesday. The game that they called about them, I think the day before, and then we had like a snow day, and then that game was played on a Thursday.
Oh wow!
And then we turn around, got to prepare for Alatoona on Friday, and then play on Saturday.
Oh yeah, you ain't had time to prepare.
No, we really didn't, and I ain't gonna make that excuse of, you know, we didn't have time to prepare. We went and got thumped. Alatoona's got the best of us. Shout out to Coach Hood, who does a great job. I think he's at Marietta now. But they got so I'll tail up, and you know, went on, and I think they lost the state championship game to Brunswick that year.
I think so.
Yeah, I think Brunswick ended up winning it. Miller Grove won it that next year, that following year after Brunswick, and then we won it that next year. So yeah,
Hey, I feel like Warren Robinson don't get enough respect throughout the state.
Hey, we don't. We don't lock, and me and Kawasa talks about it all the time. That same year, the 2017-18 year, you know, we lost 3 games. Lost to Upson Lee, which went on to win the state championship. Lost to Ashton Hagens and them. Newton. And we lost to KJ Buffins in Gainesville. Yeah, lost to them. But you know, we I guess with the Atlanta group, you know, they was saying, oh well, the Warner Robins they beat Grayson, and Grayson didn't have the football players. Lies. Grayson got beat 2 weeks before in football, and had all the guys. That's probably their first game back. We didn't have our football guys. We were still playing, still won the game. No respect. I mean, just same way with Upson Lee. Upson Lee won all those games, and they still, they ain't played nobody. They play whoever's on the schedule.
Yeah, you can't. Hey, you got to eat what's on your plate.
Right. They play whoever's on the schedule. They won City of Palms.
Yeah.
But it's always an uphill battle with us, and we use that as motivation every single year. Coach Garmin is a mastermind of it, using that tool, that one tool of not getting the respect of the rest of the state, especially him. And I'm before I say that, I'm gonna talk about him for a quick second. Coach Garmin don't get the respect. Joker's been 7-time region coach of the year. They won 7 straight region championships. Ain't lost it. We've been to the state playoffs the last 10 years. Been to the state playoff the last 10 years. Has won a state championship. Been to the state championship game. Won the final. Been in the Final Fours. But still, there's lack of respect when you talk about the coaches in the state of Georgia, and his name is not brought up. And I mean but that motivates him, and that gets behind those kids and motivates those kids that they're gonna take on the attitude of the coach. My coach don't get the respect. We don't get the respect. All right, we're gonna go out and do what we do.
Get to it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, is that Coach Juke?
That's Juke.
That's Juke.
Yeah, Juke, your boy.
Work gonna show.
What's up, Juke?
That work gonna show.
Right on.
Hey, that's a corn phrase of that Joker boy. That work gonna show.
Hey, it's facts too.
And shout out to Coach Juke too. Coach Juke is a great deal of helping us with these kids, along. Also, I got plenty of phone calls. Hey, first thing you say, hey, Coach, got one lined up.
Yeah,
that favorite line. All right, Coach. He's doing, man. What he's doing, where he started from. Like he says, that work's gonna show, and that work is showing what he's doing also. Along with Jared, with Christian and the pro movement and all that stuff, man.
Oh yeah, my gosh, my dude.
Yes, sir.
Man, I can sit here. I want to ask so many questions. I want to ask about the feeder programs down there. Who got the talent in the feeder programs? I know G or KP know who got. I know y'all know.
Hey man, we just trying to move it along, man. We're trying to move it along. I think the biggest thing is just us uniting a little bit, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? We got a lot of different things going on. If we can unite a little bit, man, we can come up to Atlanta and do what we need to do. And of course, Atlanta is the ultimate goal, and we want to see these kids, go further. But we understand that we gotta scratch that one off in order to keep going, because that's where that competition's at. You know what I'm saying? So that's just respect to those guys up there. But we're so spread out, young, right? If we can form up like Voltron, is that how that saying go? I know I'm a little older. Isn't that how that saying go?
You said Voltron. Like, I'm a Power Ranger guy. Megamorphers and stuff.
Hey, I'll tell you who got the feeder. One Robin. So they got so they Huntington. Come on, man. So Huntington school won two back
to back
state champion. 7 middle school championship. Then One Robin Middle. That's the other feeder. They won 7th grade.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah. They got some. Yeah.
Hey, but check this out. We got majority of those kids in our program though.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you got a hand on them.
I say there's a couple bodies spread out that may show some promises, and that's going to a few other schools.
Some other schools.
Yeah, man. You got HB Morgan over there at Houston County. You got, like you say, you got TJ at Veterans, you got Trey and Jordan at Northside.
And I was just talking about feeders, just what was coming in. So I know we looking at feeders. You got, I'm gonna throw some kids' name out there, show them some love. You got Malachi as far as Hoko. You got Malachi going up. Kid, he gonna hell of a defender. He's starting to stretch out. You got Khalil
Green. Which
Green.
one? Khalil Quinn.
Yeah, he had Hoko too, right?
Yeah, he had Hoko. That kid may stretch out. His parents real tall. He may hit 6. Shit, he might hit 6'7", 6'8". I don't know. So watch out for him.
Now, other than that, all the rest of them is in demon country. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this though. I'm gonna tell those all of those kids work hard. Coach Damon Garmin, which is Coach Garmin's younger brother, but Coach Damon has done an excellent job with those kids, and actually has been coaching just about all of those kids since they've been in rec ball. So I mean, he's done a great job with those kids, man. And you know, and as far as the feeder program, man, it's I wouldn't say it's a feeder program. We really don't have a feeder program here because if you think about it, Warner Robins Middle splits with 3 schools. They split with Warner Robins, Hoko, and Northside. Huntington splits with Veterans and Warner Robins. So it's not a real true feeder, system. But I mean, those kids were in Warner Robins' own.
Hey, so the true feeder program is the Warner Robins All Stars.
We feed everybody.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's the true feeder program. Yeah, because we get you in, we try to develop you as much as possible. So in that aspect, everybody eating from that aspect.
Yes.
I'll tell you who it is, Lock. Just ask me, Lock. I got you. They gonna
Hey, Tad, no, he got the best feeder program over here.
Oh man, listen, we sending kids to everybody. We sending kids to everybody, man. Everybody in the county, we sending kids to.
Everybody eat.
Everybody getting the kids now. But now, what you do when you get them there? Now we can't. Ain't nothing we can do about that. Now when you get them now, what you do with them now? We can't do nothing about that. We can only try to continue to help build them as you know, basketball players, and you know, keep them straight and narrow. But now what you do when you get them there now? When we get back to that basketball season in November, now ain't no more Warner Robins All-Star now. And about the Warner Robins Demons then. I love the kids, but it's about them Demons then now.
Yeah, but
gotta get locked in.
Yeah,
that just breeds that competition though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now I play with you. We played in the summer together, but now we're going at each other.
Right.
Yeah. They'll go at each other.
Definitely.
It's good competition.
Hey man, we got to get you down here, Lock.
Man, I would just think, I like rivalry games. I want to see when everybody bring their best outfit out, you know, that type of game, that high school game, that Friday, Saturday night game, because I want to look at the women and I want to look at the
that Warner Robins Northside game, any in-county game, man. Central Macon and West Side, and any of those.
I seen highlights of that game on YouTube.
Yeah. Hardwood Classic.
Yeah, the Hardwood Classic.
I'm definitely gonna be there this year.
Yeah.
I'm a small gym guy, small room gym. I don't want to sit down. I want to be posted up on the wall.
Yeah. You missed out on our old gym then.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I want to be posted up on the wall with a fire marshal looking at me crazy, police looking at me crazy. Like, I'm in here. Can't get me out now. I'm in.
I made it in.
Hey, those one around the Northside games, man. One around veterans whole code, veterans Northside. You know, Northside whole code. Those are the games. Those are the games to go to, man. Here in the cap.
Those gonna sell up. Hey, Charles, put that last comment back up.
Oh yeah, hey, country boy till I die. I love it.
Yeah,
man. You know what? I miss seeing the 24s on the donks, on the Impalas and stuff like that. I went to South Carolina. That's all I see. I was like, man, I feel like home.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man. Hey, Mr. Locke, you got any more questions for us?
Man, these some off the air questions. I can't answer them. I can't get into the nitty gritty like I want. Not on live show.
Yeah. So on that note, man, we're gonna get ready to wrap and get out of here, man. Definitely, Locke. We appreciate you coming on the show, brother. You're more than welcome.
Every month, at least once.
There you go.
His basketball stuff.
Yeah. Hey, you're more than welcome on the show, man, as well as the rest of the team. We love the game, man. Holla at us, man. We can figure it out and make it work. Charles, put the flyer up real quick. That was kind of our breaking news. Charles, want to put it back up real quick again?
Oh yeah.
So, you know, this is our new our venture that we got coming up. We're super excited about it, man. Stay tuned to social media. We're gonna send those invites out, get kids confirmed that's gonna come through and hoop. See what more colleges sign up to watch and be part of it, man. So we're excited and proud to put this on for the area, man. So definitely shout out to Coach Tat and Coach Wasey on making this happen and reaching out and you know collabing and putting this together. Shout out to Team Georgia Magic and Coach Butts out there. So definitely, man. All sponsors at the bottom, you see the logos of all sponsors of this event. So we're definitely proud of this. Like I said, we're gonna get out of here. Coach Tat, what you got?
Wasey hit me up, man, and Young Harris College in Albany Tech, women's. They confirmed to also, you know, either watch or be there for the girls' event. So I mean, they're still signing up, man. I mean, I'm just excited about Locke. I mean, we would love you to come down, man. And
I ain't know. I'm coming both days.
We want you to come both days.
Yeah.
I told you I'm gonna hit up my Italian spot off Zebulon. And then I'm gonna pull up.
There you go.
All right. Sound good to me.
There you go. Coach Charles, what you got?
Nah, man. Hey, man. Always love, man. So always good talking to you, man. Always good laughs and stuff like that. So, man, just appreciate you being on the show, showing that love and continue to show that support. Super excited about this event that's coming up. I think it's definitely going to be something different, but I also think it's definitely something Middle Georgia has been missing and has been longing for. So I think it's going to be good. So, man, let's embrace this in our basketball community, man, and come out and let's put on a show. Let's do it. Let's compete.
Yeah,
as they say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, and then one other thing, man, I want to shout out One Step Away, Brandon and Coach Gio over there. Those guys, they got an open run this weekend actually for the 9th and 10th graders this Sunday at 3 o'clock, 4 to 7. Sunday. Yeah, 4 to 7. So they got an open run. Come out and hoop if you in the area. 9th and 10th graders, come get some work, man. So follow our social media. You'll see the flyers posted out on there for that one as well. And then, like I said, the big one towards the end of the month. So definitely excited about it, man. So we're gonna get out of here. No show this Sunday. We will not have a show this Sunday. We'll catch back with you guys next Wednesday.
Hey, Willie Evans. Am I right?
Willie.
Yeah.
Big Willie from On the Radar, man. Evaluator.
Green County finest.
Who that?
Green
I say
County.
he's from Green County finest.
Green County. Shout out Coach Juke, Green County. So yeah, we'll have Willie on, man, to talk to us about his way, man, and what started him with evaluating and basketball game, and where he went to school, all that stuff, man. So big show next week also.
So next Wednesday, check us at 8:00. That's gonna be our next show. Again, no show Sunday. Take the opportunity to go back, check the YouTube page, go view our previous shows. We got how many we got out there, Charles?
That is 25, episode 25.
25. So we got shows for you to go get this knowledge from, man. But if you want to watch this one again and see Locke interview us, then you're more than welcome to click on this one as well.
Hey, man, it felt good playing at point, man. I was seeing so close.
Hey, so you the camp to keep the ball and go coast to coast, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm grabbing off the rebound, pushing it. I'm doing a DJ.
Well, LeBron in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, but again, man, we appreciate all the viewers for tuning in, man. We appreciate all the comments. We're gonna get out of here, but before we get out of here, again, we got to thank our sponsors for tonight's show: KPB Designs, Hype South Media, and 619 Training. So, like we always say at the end of the show, man, peace. We gone.
Yo.